and we are live. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the importance of using revenge and your desire for and your spite and your anger towards your abusers, towards people who done you wrong to your advantage. Now I know a lot of people talk about this on YouTube. I'm sure you guys heard of it that like sometimes it's not healthy to use your anger or your spite for to your advantage when it comes to like success, when it comes to shit like that. But like I feel like in life, for at least for me, like I feel like because there are times where like I feel like man, life is so pointless or like life is kind of like meaningless because we're being enslaved. A lot of people we're forced to do shit we don't want to do because of the system we're living in, and we all have these karmic cycles. And when it comes to like relationships, and we all play out different life patterns when it comes to this bullshit as a world, right? So without a doubt, there's a lot of control and there's a lot of corruption. There's also a lot of spiritual corruption. But you can use that to your advantage because, at least for me, because me, I feel like a lot of people who have done me wrong, a lot of people have just, I've met a lot of people that weren't at my level. And just the fact that most people aren't at my level when it comes to like emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, etc. That really pissed me off. It's like I feel like I'm better than these people, but like I was subjected to these bullshit ass situations when it comes to like career situations, within family situations, and even within breakups, where like with dealing with like women, like they've done me so dirty when like they'll ghost me or like they'll love me, they'll love me 1 minute and then they'll switch up on the next, and it's just like, all these situations you could definitely use that, or I could definitely use that to my advantage to use that as extra fuel to become successful. And I guess it makes sense too, because if life to me is boring and dull and like ain't nothing going on, then what I could do is that I could use what people have done me wrong. I could use that as my advantage to want more out of life, so I could be more engaged with life when it comes to success. And now I don't have an option to give up or quit, so I could flex on these motherfuckers. So I got a lot of people to prove wrong. Me, like, I feel like I'm the most like I have every reason to be like the most motivated person in this world because of my upbringing, because I was born around very like dysfunctional family members. I've been into very like spiritually corrupt life situations where like I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic females that I was forced to date and be with romantically, and like how like they'll switch up their emotions to where they'll be all up over me, to them like switching up and playing all these mind games, and they put me through hell, and they kept me stuck in these fucking cycles. So I use that as motivation for me to become the better version of myself when it comes to like fitness, when it comes to like intellectually, when it comes to overall anything, when it comes to my studies, when it comes to my career pursuits, and like just anything in general, to where like I can use that to my advantage. So I feel like that's one of like, I feel like it is a kind of a blessing in a way, not a blessing to where like you deserved it, no, because no one deserves to be mistreated, no one deserves to go through these abusive situations. But unfortunately, God or the universe, they'll forcefully put you through a lot of fucked up situations because God or the universe simply handpicked you to experience those things so you can break these cycles, which is understandable. But I feel like what no one really talks about on YouTube is the rage and the anger and the amount of bullshit that people who are subjected to those things, how fucking fucked up it is, and how wrong it is. So use that anger and rage to build yourself back up. And like I feel like if you've been through a lot of painful situations, I feel like no one can really take that from you, because it's like you have all the motivation and the drive in the world to like to honestly to complete any type of thing, or to succeed any type of thing, to like wherever you want in your life. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a blessing in itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no one can take that from you, versus someone who hasn't really gone through anything in life. People who weren't born into dysfunctional families, people who weren't forced to cut off their family members, people who were never experienced a lot of spiritually karmic cycles when it comes to romantic relationships. A lot of like their nervous system is controlling them, because that is the thing. People actually experience this. I've experienced this a lot when God or the universe or your soul or your spirit or a higher power, they can actually control your nervous system. So if you're gonna feel depressed, if you're gonna feel a lot of anxiety, if you're gonna be energetically tied and stuck and codependent to a person because you can feel this person's energy, this is where you get your soul ties from. All those things are a real thing. This is where you get your soul contracts from, or like karmic cycles and shit like that. All these things is a real thing. I've experienced a lot where like I couldn't have full control over the type of person I couldn't get off my mind. I felt a lot of like sexual energy. I felt a lot of heart pains, like literally heart pains, like fucking chest pains. And then I go to the doctor and like and nothing will happen. So all these things are real. Like people think that we have 100% free will in life. We really don't. We do not have free will as we think we do when it comes to this, because you don't have control what the family you're born into, the relationships you're karmically stuck in, even your jobs and your careers and your location to a certain extent, because it's like you're meant to learn lessons when it comes to misery, when it comes to like depression, when it comes to like not being satisfied. These are all karmic cycles and karmic loops that we were subjected to as humans, because apparently the human experience is like a school for like souls or spirits, so we can learn and evolve, which makes sense. This is why God or the universe, they allow so much bullshit and corruption and pedophiles and Masonic bloodlines to rule over this world for thousands of years. And there's a lot of generational curses and generational trauma that people are trying to break free from, as what we are currently doing. So life is very like, there's a lot of shit that happens within life. So, but what I'm saying is that like, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but like, what I'm saying is that for me, is like I feel like I have so much motivation and so much drive to really become the greatest version of myself if I actively choose to do it, because I have all the drive and motivation I need. The reason why it's hard for me to take action sometimes, because I generally don't give a fuck about this reality or this world, because everything is bullshit and we don't have free will. Everything is pre-planned. Like I can see the patterns and the shit that God is trying to teach me in a way, which is cool. But as the years go by, it's like you eventually get tired of it, because you can see through the illusion or you can see through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that sometimes I have to remind myself on like what these people have done to me, and it was not fair. But the reason why I was subjected to that, because God knows that I'm strong enough to overcome it, or I'm strong enough to handle it compared to the average person. Me knowing this pisses me off, because it's like, wow, like you really put me through a lot of unnecessary situations. You put me through a lot of chaotic situations. You put me through a lot of bullshit when it comes to relationships. You really took everyone away from my life because they weren't good for me, because I'm better than them, because they're not at my level. God is really gonna not put me around like-minded people or around my fucking soul tribe. So that in itself really pissed me off, and it gives me a lot of anger. So sometimes I have to remind myself that, so I could like take action when it comes to me working out. When I work out intensely, when I'm running my marathons, when I'm running my miles and miles, just running or like lifting weights or just taking care of my body, and then pursuing my careers, pursuing my studies. You know what I'm saying? Just get my shit together pretty much. So sometimes if you're kind of like in my situation, or if you can relate to what I'm experiencing, try to like, I want to say like, I guess try to remind of the shit, of all the bullshit you've been through. If you need that extra motivation, if you need that extra boost, then try to think of all the fucked up situations that life really put you through that you didn't deserve, that was out of your control, and try to use that to take action, or to at least make you more engaged within this world or within this life. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so because this shit is a lonely road. Like I understand about spirituality. I understand there's a higher power. I understand like your soul or your spirit or your higher self or your ancestors or God or the universe or whatever the fuck is out there, like a certain energy that's with you. But at the same time, is like, because if you're just like what Chauncey One and other people say, like if you're a very strong spirit, if you have a lot of influence, then you're gonna go through a lot of harder shit that the average person cannot take, and it gets lonely. This is why they say it's lonely at the top. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So it gets deep, man. It's very fucked up. It's not easy. But also what helps me is gratitude. So me, I have arms and legs. I have a mind and I could talk and I'm not blind. I can hear. So, and other people are blind. Other people can't hear. Other people are missing body parts and body limbs and shit like that. You know, some people, there's actually a person who experienced getting bit or getting an arm chopped off by a crocodile. Like, there's actually a video of that. So, me not being into that situation, that gives me a lot of gratitude and happiness knowing that, like, no matter how much bullshit I go through, I'm just happy that I'm healthy and I'm happy that my body is 100% fully functioning. Well, even technically, or like someone always have it worse, or someone always has it harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying bypass your situations or bypass your problems. No, because your problems, your situations, no matter what people may think or how they think how minor it is, your problems, your pain does matter. Just every human being, since we're all unique, we're all different. We all experience certain things differently. So who are people who are them to judge you? You know what I'm saying? So this is why you take your life seriously. But don't take your life personally to the point where, like, because all this is bullshit. All the painful, all the suffering experiences we've experienced, unfortunately, God or the universe or some type of divine energy, unfortunately, they orchestrated all this shit. So we can learn lessons, evolve, and grow. And then it's a repeat process of this ongoing bullshit ass cycle. You know, so don't take life personally, but take life seriously to where you have to, like, I'm not saying what I'm saying is right or wrong, because I'm just making a YouTube video, but like what I'm saying is that, like, at least for me, that I take life seriously because of this shit I've been through and this shit I was subjected to and the shit I've experienced that was not fair or that was not right. But I also feel like I am meant for great things, and I'm not gonna just go about life living it and just letting life happen to me. Instead, I wanna actually experience things that will make me happy, fulfilled, and constantly growing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to die with having regrets. So I might as well live a life to the best of my ability, taking calculated risks and becoming the best version of myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So right now, I'm currently going for a run. On average, like, I haven't worked out like probably like in a couple weeks, but like because of my military training, I've been on the field for a long time, so I didn't have time to work on my body as much as I used to because of my job, because of my career. It's been so time consuming. Also, a lot of like preparation, a lot of studying, so I could like rank up and shit like that. But now that I have some free time, I'm gonna try to take advantage of it by like going for runs a lot more, going to the gym. I gotta clean up my room, and I feel like I'm gonna have to be in hermit mode because I gotta get my finances together. It's been kind of off track, and a lot of catching up to do, but I'll be back on track. But yeah, but like, it's weird though, because like with me, it's like I can see certain patterns and I can see certain like cycles of where like I'm meant to learn lessons or like I'm meant to heal and overcome. But it's just crazy how like God or the universe, like how they orchestrate this shit, because I see this shit playing out within people, life situations, and even with the person, you know, like that I'm currently experiencing. Like, I'm currently experiencing a twin flame connection, and then I can see like the patterns, what I'm trying to learn from that person and the things they're doing, and how like we just meet coincidentally, or like we'll see each other, or like we'll just cross each other's paths coincidentally. It just seems like it's divinely orchestrated, you know. So it's like I would go into detail, but it's a lot to explain. But it's just crazy. So that's how I know like life is like a movie. But yeah, but that what gets me, not one of my main motivations and drive in this life is knowing that like life is full of shit. Knowing that like God or the universe, they're behind all this bullshit. I have a lot of anger and hatred towards God and the universe. I don't, I guess I love God and the creator because when I'm going through pain, if I'm going through hardships, yeah, I'll rely to them. But do I respect them? No, the fuck I don't. Based on the shit I've been through and all the crazy shit I had to overcome because of what they wanted me to experience. A lot of people aren't going to talk about this. A lot of spiritualists are going to bypass it, or like they're going to like beat around the bush. But no, like in reality, yes, God and the universe, they're responsible for your orchestrating your bullshit ass sufferings pretty much. When I say God or the universe, you can refer to as your higher self, your spirit, your soul, or whatever the fuck, your fucking ancestors, whoever that you believe in. But there's a certain energy that's orchestrating all these fucking events, and we have to play that shit out. This is where you get your karmic cycles from. This is where you get your like, this life situations, pretty much, you know. But yeah, but that's all I gotta say, man. Also like I'm also like, what keeps me motivated is the fact that I'm still here, the fact that I'm not in jail or I'm not in prison. I feel like my life experiences, like I could have easily gone to jail or prison or easily killed someone or commit a crime based on the types of people I have to deal with. If the average person was in my shoes or they've experienced what I've experienced, they'll probably commit a crime or they'll spaz out. But I'm surprised, but me, I'm happy that I'm not in jail, I'm not in prison, I'm in this world and I could do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that would give me motivation knowing that I have a lot of self-control and self-discipline. Not saying that, oh, my nervous system is regulated or I don't have any trauma. No, like I have a lot of trauma. My nervous system is dysregulated of the things I've been through. So I have a lot of healing work to do. And the reason why I have a lot of healing work to do is because, unfortunately, in this lifetime, I got a lot of confirmation that I'm meant to break generational curses. So that's why it makes sense. I came from a very dysfunctional family that I'm forced to cut off, and I haven't spoken to them in 3 years because of their abuse and other karmic relationship cycles that spirit is constantly subjected me to, so I can learn lessons, so I can heal my family's trauma, and I can heal my family's bloodline. This is why I'm constantly going through these fucking cycles. Because at times I think the things I'm experiencing with these cycles is not really my trauma. It could be, yes, some of it is, but I feel like I've overcame most of it. It could be from past lives, where the fuck I was doing, or more likely, which I believe, I'm healing a lot of my ancestral trauma. Why do I say this? Because I'm going through a lot of karmic cycles within romantic relationships when it comes to, I'm trying to heal and overcome abandonment, apparently rejection, financial trauma, just a lot of like emotional shit pretty much. But I know damn well that's not coming from me because it has to, because there's no one in hell that have that much fucking trauma or healing work. It's like God will like, it's like me, it's like I'll go through a cycle, right? I'll overcome it, I'll heal from it, but then I go through another cycle which can cause me a lot of pain, either through someone's abuse or someone's like actions to where they'll really scar me emotionally, psychologically, and stuff like that. And now I got to heal from that, and then the cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I had a tarot reader that said like, in order for you to attract like abundance and happiness and financial freedom, part of it is healing your inner child. And I'm just like, well, yeah, that is the case, but it's like, but if God or the universe, if they're responsible for putting you through a lot of abusive family households and a lot of family like projecting their trauma and abusing you and mistreating you, and yeah, you could have a lot of inner child wounds, but at the same time, you're meant to experience financial freedom and be in wealth. But in order for you to do that, you got to heal you got to heal your inner child. But God put you through that situation in the first place. But you see where I'm getting at. You see how life kind of like adds up. Like we don't have free will. Like it's like our life is like, it's like we're, and I don't mean this in a good way. I mean this in a way that's not fair. It's like God wants you to live life a certain way. I'm not saying what he's doing is right or wrong. Yeah, no, I actually am saying that. What he's doing is wrong. It's completely fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like, so let's say you're destined to become financially free and you're meant to have a loving family or create a family, right? I feel like God or the universe, they call the shots. So that could be part of your life path, but God or the universe, they're probably gonna put you through a lot of bullshit, a lot of suffering, and a lot of dumb shit that is not necessary, but you have to do it in order, just for the fuck of this human experience, just so you can learn and grow and evolve in this bullshit as reality, ruled by fucking pedophiles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting at. But I'm 27, so I've learned how to not necessarily accept it, but I'm more so like just not tripping over it, because this is how life is. Life is very stupid. But I've learned is that I have no control over that. I have no control over my free will. But what I do have control over is my actions and the things I have the free will to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, I have the free will to work out. I have the free will to make this video. I have the free will to like, again, take action and to work out and to make videos and to pursue my hobbies and studies whenever I feel like it, you know? But when it comes to like the people I've come across with, when it comes to my life, when it comes to where I'm living at, a family situation, the romantic partners that I'm forced to attract, or that's in my energy fields where I can't get away from that, from these fucking soul ties, I have no control over that. You know what I'm saying? Even my nervous system to a certain extent and the trauma I've had to endure, I have no control over that. But what I do have control over, like I said, working out, choosing what I want to study, taking action within my ambition, within my goals, within my work ethic, and I have the free will to heal. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but life is bullshit. Most people are fucking idiots. Most people are like, I'm gonna talk about how much I fucking hate people. I hate most people because most people are very selfish, they're very stuck up, and they're very weak emotionally and mentally. A lot of people weren't raised right, and or a lot of people are mentally weak because a lot of people project their pain and anger towards people in real life, not knowing that the average person could beat your ass or like you could get karma handed to you, but not many people can see that. But it's funny though, because in my life, the same people who like project their bullshit onto me, I have cussed the people out, I have defended myself, but I choose and pick my battles very wisely because when you're, the thing is, when you're above most people who are below your level, what I've learned is that, shout out to this channel, I'm not gonna name it, but this channel talked about how like the same people who try to get a reaction out of you, the same people who are trying to start some shit with you, these are the same people who are not at your level. These are the same people who aren't, these are the same people who are either like intimidated by you or they're envious of you. So this is why they want to start shit with you for no reason in the first place. And a person who doesn't react as much or people who doesn't pay no mind to them, these people are above them because they're not going to stoop to their level or they're not going to give them their energy because they're not at their level because they don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. I've always been like that. But like at times, sometimes you have to cuss a motherfucker out. You have to lay hands on someone sometimes because they fucking deserve it. I am a big firm believer of karma, or I've at least studied a lot of karma. I've heard stories about people getting their karma, but I feel like what karma fails to do, or what God or the laws of the universe fails to do, is that they don't dish out people's karma in time. Like they always had to wait at the last minute, or to wait so long for people to get their karma. If people were to get their karma instantly, then there'll be less bullshit, there'll be less violence in this world. And I really do mean this, because clearly people aren't learning their fucking lessons. Clearly a lot of people are fucking idiots, you know what I'm saying? So there's really no karma being dealt with, it seems. And I understand it's part of this reality, it's part of this realm where like I've heard from other channel that like she talked about how like basically this reality, this realm, this money system, this society, it works where like it only works well for very manipulative, narcissistic, cold-hearted people because they don't have no emotions. So it's easy for them to like tap into making money and to get ahead in life and to lie or to do people wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got pedophiles and these Masonic bloodlines who rule this world. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense that these same narcissistic people who are manipulative and they do a lot of underhanded shit towards people to get ahead, of course it's going to work in their favor. But so apparently spiritually or the afterlife, they will get their karma, and or later in life they'll get their karma. But some people say this is how they are in general. The things they do, that's part of their karma. You know what I'm saying? Just who they are as a person to even do those things. Now, what keeps me going in life? What keeps me going in life is honestly, it's simple. It's just who the fuck I am, because I know who the fuck I am. Or even I don't know myself fully, because we all don't to a certain extent, because we're all young. We're all still growing, evolving, and learning. But I just feel like I'm that guy. Like, I have a lot of love for myself, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not there where I want it to be, due to like trauma that's out of my control, I still really admire and respect myself. So like, that what keeps me going. That keeps me persistent. And I also feel like there's a higher power at play that's on my side that's helping me endure all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, I try to use my pain and my suffering to my advantage, such as making YouTube videos, such as working out, and such as becoming the better version of myself. A lot of people are fucking weird. A lot of people don't love themselves. A lot of people have a lot of fear. A lot of people settle in life. If you're watching this video, don't settle in life. What happens if you settle in life? If you settle in life, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but this from my own perspective. If you settle in life, then you're gonna become miserable, just like the average person. Sometimes in life you have to take risks. Sometimes in life you have to get off your comfort zone. It's easier said than done. Life is not easy. Life is very hard. Life is very grueling. Life will not play fair at all. God doesn't play fair at all. But he's gotta roll with the punches, pretty much. You know. But yeah. So that's all I gotta say, and have a good one. Peace.